another computer system or a server or a computer network. And that can only happen once there is a physical connection between this particular electronic voting machine and the server. So that being so, the chances of potential tampering can always exist. Now, whether these tampering has happened or not happened is a matter of investigation, and we leave that up to the Election Commission of India. But while it needs to be complimented for its remarkable steps to say...
Yes, no, the point is to begin by trying to understand whether it's even possible with these machines. You say any computer can be tampered with, and at the end of the day, electronic voting machine is also, a computer or a gadget. Mr. Vinit Goenka, your opening arguments before we take this forward.
I agree with what Pavanji said. A computer cannot be declared as to be 100% fit. It may have elements where you can hack it. But we'll have to also understand this machine does not have access, unlike the other machines which are there in the common life. To hack, we need an access. Where is the access? It's number one. Number two, there are only 1500, maximum 1500 voters in one particular machine. So we have to hack. How many machines will be hacked? The number of security systems which have been put in, physically and also electronically, makes it more or less perfect machine. So I do not take this argument. And if there are malfunctioning in 1 or 2 machines or say 30 machines, the total number of machines deployed in the country versus this number is microscopic.
No, that's not the point. Whether it can...
If
it can happen, then it can happen to 1 and it can happen to 100 and 300 also, right? Mr. Goenka, the fact is, can physical swapping or tampering around with the internal circuits and the chips take place at any time? The possibility, the fear that is there in some voters' minds is to say that what if you manage to bribe some of the security officials on the way? Then what?
There is not a single case till now which has come to me where there is a successful hacking. Whatever demonstration which have been given on the video are machines not been made by the company which makes this. A. B. The second precedent which you said that if there is an hacking because of bribing somebody, then it's a case of sabotage. Sabotage can be done. If sabotage is done, then there are a lot to take care of it. When there were paper votes, there were sabotages. Election officers would conclude. There may be gundas who might come up and take over the booth. Now, if there is a sabotage, then there is a lot to take care of the sabotage. But sabotage does not mean that every machine is hackable. The machine, right till now, I don't have a single case in front of me where I can say that a machine was hacked. Whatever trials which have been shown on the YouTubes or the people who try to do it, we are not able to satisfy the EC. And we have a fantastic EC. The Election Commission is fairly independent, and I don't see any reason for them to do this. Why would they hide this? No. What are they getting benefited by?
We don't know whether they themselves we don't know whether they themselves are aware of whether this can happen or not. Now that becomes a political conversation where, if we had somebody from the Congress, they may say the Election Commission is doing it because they are puppets in the BJP's hand. But that's not what we are saying tonight. We are saying, is there a possibility? Exactly.
Pavanji does not represent any party.
He doesn't. Now I just want to make something clear to our viewers. We are trying to fix a problem.
Right now, Pavanji is not representing a party, and we are not talking political. We are talking purely about democracy and technology. So in any system, if you want to have a sabotage, you can do a sabotage. If it is a ballot paper, that people can come together and do whatever they want to do. As all of them have spoken, that it's an isolated machine. Please understand the rationale. There is not more than 1500 voters in one particular machine. How much force will you deploy to connect to that machine? Ethiopian thought we can connect it. Yes, there may be one machine out of this. EC has been regularly doing this exercise of inviting challenges. They have asked people to come and demonstrate in front of them. None of them have done that. We have courts who have heard this. Now, if one machine malpractices or does a malfunctioning of that machine, malpractice and malfunctioning, these two things are very separated. Malfunctioning, I agree. It can happen in 1 or 2 machines. The percentage has to be seen. What is the number percent? Malpractice and sabotages are taken care of by law. Now, that can be in any system. So the fear of sabotage is not there. Now where the voter has voted and the vote has not gone, the merit which the candidate sends, okay, I have voted myself to me. Sometimes there is a challenge. We may have a percent of doubt on this particular candidate also. How many votes he has got in total. So if you'll have to see and check, this is a matter of investigation which I can't speak. After investigation, it has been found that very rare chances of a machine being sabotaged. Now this Bluetooth theory, all these YouTubes, the documented studies outside the India, I invite all of them to come and meet the EC. It's an independent body. They can meet them before the election, after the election, when they do the exercise, when they don't do the exercise. Now this, I doubt whether there is really a way where we can tamper these machines actually in an organized way. So I don't buy this argument of Pavanji or the people who think that this can be done in an organized way.
How are you so confident today, Mr. Goenka?
Madam, if you do a Google, I and Kirit Somaya. I'm not commenting of Mr. Rao because I'm not authorized to speak on him. Neither I have a data about him. But I myself and Kirit Somaya in 2008 and 9 had doubts.
Yeah.
We raised our doubts with the authorities. They satisfied us.
How was that?
There were doubts.
So interesting. You are saying your doubts were satisfied.
Say here, let me complete the sentence. Sure. Otherwise, I'll not make me. So say, I'm in hearing. Here, I'm in hearing, Tanvi ji. So please allow me to complete my sentence. So once you have a doubt, what is the procedure? Go to the EC, ask them, let them also prove. And once they demonstrate, you have a confidence, then believe them. So I don't have to go to Mr. Rao's book. Kirit Somaya and myself in Mumbai office of Bharatiya Janata Party in 2008, we had taken a press conference together. So once your doubts are clear, agree to it.
तो गोयनका जी आज बताइए हमारे वोटर्स को जो अभी कमेंट कर रहे हैं और हमसे ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि ऐसा हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता है, शायद वो आपके एक्सपीरियंस से कुछ फायदा हो. आप बताइए कि क्या डाउट था और कैसे वो क्लियर हो गया. कैन यू शेयर दैट विद अस?
हमें भी लगा था कि हो सकता है, तो हमने गए, हम लोग गए. And when we went there, and I and Kirit ji, when we went there, they proved to us, and we said, okay, fine. And today also, as an enthusiast student of electronics, I always tell people, prove it to me. Not because, I want to score a brownie point over somebody, but if it is possible, we can go and educate the people who are there. So every time when somebody says, okay, I have a way to do this, we say, okay, demonstrate that. And if somebody comes out with real, genuine technology to introduce, I will go myself to EC. If they are also interested in democracy. So the technology which
Nitin Gokhale has a very important question for you.
In a particular democracy, they have rolled back to paper system.
Yeah.
Second one is only BJP supporting this. And third one is, if there is a paper system, cameras can be put in. Let me address these three questions one by one. One particular democracy with their learned system and their own intelligence and knowledge, they have come to one conclusion of rolling back the system. We respect that. This country, people take decisions, the courts, the ECs and the political process have their own knowledge and they feel that this is the right way. We don't have to copy everybody else. In case if there is a doubt, there is a way where we can go to the court, challenge the system and the court addresses this. Otherwise, it is debated in the house, it is also debated in many forums. So we don't have to necessarily copy somebody because we feel they are successful. They may be having other lacunas. So we are a fantastic democracy.
No, but that's not the point here. That's not the point here. That's not the point here, Vinit Goenka. The fact is that multiple countries have rejected this. सर सवाल ये है कि उन लोग ने किया है तो आपको ये पता करना पड़ेगा. You don't have to copy them. You have to look into the problems that they went into.
So do we follow them everywhere?
Will you listen to me before you start lashing back?
They have a presidential system. Do we have a presidential system?
Will you listen to my point before you start lashing back? I am saying if there are issues that these countries face, should you at least not find out what those issues were and ensure that we don't have similar problems?
Answer the viewer, ma'am.
No, please listen to my question as well and you can answer the viewer and me together. I am saying if those countries had a problem, should you not find out what that was and ensure that we don't have the same problems as well? You are in power, you are the government in power.
All the learned members, they do that.
Okay.
It is not only BJP, it is everybody who wants this system. If there is a debate to be done, it can be done in the house, outside the house. In case all the parties feel that this is not a system and they have to roll back, I don't have a personal any liking for this particular system. I feel this is better than the earlier system, so I advocate this particular system. But in case somebody convinces me this is not the right thing, I would also join that bandwagon. Now answer is, this is a better solution than what there was earlier. Third, if there's a ballot and we can put a camera. Sir, again you are introducing electronics. If this is hackable, the camera will not be hackable. We are a poor country. If EVM is not cost effective, then cameras are cost effective.
Okay, Pavan, Duggal, very quickly, I don't know if you can answer this question, but one of our viewers wants to know that can the